to fight and trying to make their voice heard. But the main thing that was bringing issues up katikati is that the older generation didn't understand what was happening. The older generation didn't understand why all these things happen. Why are people coming to the streets? Why whatever. We have explained what this means, whatever, all these things. Asante kwa mic. But there's only one thing that older generation people like me, people older than me, always struggle with, and that is asking why. When we ask ourselves why. So all of us are here today, may Sunday best, may come up but do we know why we're here? Are we here because of circular economy? It sounds nice, at least to me it sounded nice when I heard it, or sustainability, but do we really understand why? And my interpretation of everything until now, hiyo kizungu iko sawa? Mnaielewa? Huh? Yeah, my interpretation of everything says that most of the time we do things from a place of reactiveness, and our response is always reacting because the ozone layers, Juliani happens, so we react to what, or there's an accident here, we have to put bombs around it. But we have never, as a people, specifically Kenya, I don't know about other people, that we've never been proactive creators. Unapata? Proactive creators. And proactive creators is that we need to allow ourselves to start dreaming about how we want our society to be. We need to see ourselves beyond the realities that we face right now. And that's the main problem that we have had when it comes to conversations around circular economy, sustainability, at least based on my experience and all the years that I've worked in the space. You know. So we have to have a place of proactive creation. Mnanipata? So proactive creation for me, it means that we need to start looking at the realities that are at hand. And also we need to start believing that actually there is something beyond the reality that we face right now. And that's why I mean Cooperative. And that because I was trying to ask myself, so why am I here? Am I here? I could have just done a simple wrap up, a history, but I'm asking myself, why am I here? I'm here because I need to be part of a proactive people who create a reality that is outside the reality that we see right now. Nanipata? So the final thing that I like to share is something I learned Juicy about the processes. When they share with me the whole document and the reason why we're here, something stood out to me, and the word design stood out to me. And for us to create the reality and to be proactive, there's only 4 steps that I believe we need to take up. Na nitamaliza na hii. The first thing is dream. And the second thing is create assumptions. And the assumptions basically could ask ourselves questions. And the third thing is test our assumptions. And the last thing is maybe just grow it. So dreaming for me is that we have to understand and appreciate the reality. Assumption, we have to ask ourselves questions. Mbona, why? Why am I dressed up like this? Why am I jumping like this? Why am I smiling like this? Why is this road like this? Why? We need to ask those questions. Why are we talking about circular economy in the first place? Why are we talking about passions, you know? And then test whatever assumptions we have around the possibility of what needs to happen. And the final thing is if we find a path that is work for all of us and actually is beneficial to everybody, then we can pivot to whatever we want to do. Sasa, mnanipata? Sana nashukuru sana na nashukuru sana wasa wangu wa SIP, wasa wa KEPSA for all the work that they've done until now. Na me always niko hapa. We work with young people in the communities. I have a community project named Taka Bank. It's around waste. We have something called Dandora Hip Hop City, and something we're launching soon is called Light, around fashion. I'll see you. So me si rapa too. I do all the other things, and of course we use the same principles we use from music to interpret our society and how we live. Otherwise, Mungu abariki, tutaonana, si ndio? Asante.
All right, let's appreciate him. Thank you so much, Juliani. That was good. I was expecting some bit of, the head thingy. But it's okay. Let's appreciate him better. That is Juliani giving us very, very useful, reflections this morning, asking ourselves why. Why do we do the things that we do, and what can we do better? Because, like we said, the conversation is all about circularity as well as sustainability. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and the media, if we are ready to welcome this one amazing lady who the project that is Sustainable Inclusive Business is actually just started as a CSR, and right about now it is a global movement. So the